bring you surprising stories. And when we came across the subject of this film, none of us had ever seen anything like it before. So we sent family author Liz Fraser along to investigate the world of reborns.
New life, each one unique, precious and peaceful, except these babies will sleep forever.
They're called reborns, and although they're made of vinyl, each one is created by hand to look exactly like the real thing. And they feel and look eerily lifelike.
Temperature and timing is crucial.
Karen Darville is an artist. Her kitchen in Northampton is her studio. Here, vinyl moulds are transformed or reborn.
I've done crochet, I've done knitting, I've done cross stitch, I've made novelty cakes, I've done a lot of crafts in my time, and they've been great. But to suddenly see something that is so unusual and so clever, I just couldn't help myself. I just had to have a go. I'm going to show you how we do just a few veins. I'm going to do a few on the head, like this.
Because you can see veins much more clearly, can't you, when newborns?
Yeah, that looks very bright, but what we do then, we take our sponge and we do something called pouncing.
It takes Karen a whole week to make a reborn. Each layer of paint has to be baked in the oven, starting with the flesh tones.
I usually do 2 of that to get this lovely flesh tone, but then you build up layers with veining, with what we call blushing. You'll bring up the mottling, that can involve several layers. So all together there may be 6 or 7 layers, and I love doing it. The end result is something very special. It's very time consuming, but it's a brilliant art form.
Nikki lives just down the road. She'd just got back from work when I met her.
Hi boys, you alright?
As usual, the family was waiting. And so was baby Samuel.
When you pick up a new baby, you know that you have to immediately be quite calm with them. It's instinctive to be calm with a baby and to gently rock them or pat them. And instinctively, I do that with him, even though he's not real. So yeah, it definitely does help with stress relief. I'd seen lots of Karen's reborns before, and I thought they were all lovely, and I was quite impressed with how realistic they looked. She said, "Oh, you must see Samuel, he's my latest baby." And I just fell in love with his little face. I thought he'd got a cute face, lovely lips and chubby cheeks, and when I held him he was just so cuddly and he just felt so real. It's quite busy in my house most of the time, I have to say, and it's really nice to be able to come home and just, I give him a little hug and I pat his little bottom and all the things that you'd do with a real baby.
Obviously, some people will find this a bit peculiar. What would you say to them?
I have had that reaction from some people. A couple of people at work found it quite odd and quite weird. And I have to say I found it quite upsetting. I think you have to say that for some people, you know, they're just never going to see any of the benefits in it, and they will not understand why he gives